All right, my friend, there is one thing you need to make sure you do every single day if you want to make as much money as possible inside the copywriting campus. Now, I'm going to go on and show you all the cool tactics, all the ways that you can help businesses grow, all the deep psychology, all that fun stuff. But no matter how much of that cool tactical information you learn, if you don't fix some of the root programming inside of your brain, you'll never be able to use it. Just like I could give a baby a sword, they're not going to go slay any dragons. The same with you. I could give you all these marketing tactics, but unless you sort of upgrade your mind and your character, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve that giant success. Thankfully, there are two main powers, main forces inside the real world that will help you change your mind, upgrade your brain, rip out the garbage, replace it with better ways of thinking. And the first one is the daily power-up call. So every single day, I run a live call inside this campus. I run several, but every single day, I run one main one that everyone should attend. They're usually short, 15, 20 minutes long, in which I help you rip out some of the bad programming, the brain rot that you've received from the matrix and growing up in the system and scrolling on the social media. Help you rip out some of those bad habits and replace them with better habits. Upgrade your character so you can wield the sword of all the mighty tactics that I'm going to teach you later on inside the course. Let me show you really quick how to join. So if you look here, this is the announcements channel. Every single day I announce the topic and announce the time. If you want to join the call, all you do is you click that little link there and open up the Power Up Live channel at the time that I say. Now, usually it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it changes if I'm traveling or what have you, but I always announce that in the announcements channel. So go to the announcements channel. It's another reason to pay attention to that channel and find the time and the topic. When the call starts, click that link. It'll take you to that channel. I usually open up the chat a little bit beforehand so we can go back and forth, me and the fellow students. When the call starts, what's going to happen is there's going to be a little green box that pops up there in the menu. You can see it here. That little green box is going to have a little play button. If you press that play button, boom, the video pops up in the main chat. You can see how the video shows up. You can see me talking to everybody and going back and forth with people inside the chat. It's extremely important that you attend this every single day. This is the first and one of the greatest forces that can help you change your brain, because if you watch these videos every day, participate, take notes, do what I tell you guys to do in these things, change some of these mental habits, I become one of the 5 people you surround yourself most with. Instead of just being surrounded by, and let's be honest here, well-intentioned, loving losers that have bad mental habits that have kept them from being successful and having them drag you down. Instead of just being surrounded by them, by attending these daily live calls and listening to me and following along with what I teach, I can become one of those 5 people that influence you more. And it can help you ascend instead of dragging you down like being surrounded by a bunch of losers does. By attending the live calls, it will lift you up and help you achieve and work at a higher level. That is the first big force. I recommend you guys do that every single day. The second thing I recommend you do in order to make this personal change is I recommend that you patrol the real world chats and interact with the community. When I say patrol, what I mean is like open up the announcements channel, go into the different channels, ask for help, talk with people, make friends inside the real world. If you surround yourself and interact with these people, everybody else inside the real world, those are all the people that are working hard all across the world. Everybody who's trying to work hard, be disciplined, wake up from all the lies, and fix their brain, they're all inside the real world. And if you spend time with them, you talk to them in the chats, you get help from them, you follow up and just sort of network in here, you're now surrounding yourself with Professor Andrew, you're watching the Tate's live streams, you're surrounded with all these highly motivated, dedicated individuals. We start to be your tribe, and it's easier for you to be brave because you see us being brave. It's easier for you to work hard because you see everybody else working hard. You're part of this group. The more you can immerse yourself in the chats, the more friends you can make here, the stronger your personal transformation will be. And you'll be even better equipped to use all the cool marketing secrets and tactics I'm about to teach you in some of the next videos to go out and make millions and millions of dollars and change your life. But first, you need to watch the Power Up call. You need to interact with your fellow students as much as possible inside of the real world. All right, my friends, I want to make sure you stay on track and I want to make sure you make as much progress as quickly as possible. And to do so, I've created a very simple process for you to follow. I have a daily checklist, a series of things you must do every single day. It's short. There's just 5 things. You do these 5 things every day. You'll stay on the path. You'll never fall off and you make a ton of money. So there's the daily checklist, and I have a process map, a map that will kind of guide you through the entire process so you know what you need to do, what you need to focus on, what your most critical task is, the thing that will make you the most amount of money possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you this daily checklist. I'm going to show you this process map so you can find your way through it and never get lost. So first of all, the daily checklist is pretty easy to find. You just scroll down to the daily checklist channel and you can see it there. And again, there's only a few basic things you need to do. 5 simple things that if you do every single day. Now in this channel, I post a poll every day to see who did their daily checklist the day before, but I'm just gonna use this to show you what the 5 things are. The first one is you need to watch the daily power up call. We already talked about that. The second thing is you need to patrol the real world chats. Go check the announcements chat. Go share some gratitude, go interact with some people. We already talked about that. Simple stuff. The third thing is you need to do what's called a G work session on a critical task. Now, a G work session is just a focus session. It's where you put the phone away, you turn off all the distractions, you sit there and work really, really hard on the important work that you need to do. I call it a G work session. About an hour and a half is, a little blitz of work, and you hop up, do some push-ups, and then do another hour, that type of stuff. But you need to do at least one of those every single day on the critical task from the process map. And let me go ahead and open this up and show you what I mean by the process map. Now that's the whole process map. Now you're looking at this and you're probably thinking, that's a lot of stuff. Looks kind of complicated. It's really very simple. What's cool about this map is it starts off like where you are right now. And if you simply just answer the questions, and they're just simple yes or no questions based on your situation, it will tell you exactly what to do. As you go through the whole process, you start as where you are now, but you end this as a multi-millionaire copywriter. So it's an important thing. Let me show you how it works. So if you zoom in here a little bit, you can see, okay, here's your daily checklist. There's some of the things we talked about. This key task here, which is like finding the critical task, is the most important thing you need to focus on every single day. You're gonna answer these questions like, have you watched the first 2 videos? If no, and this is you right now, you haven't watched those first 2 videos. So the most important task you need to do is that 1.1. Go watch those tasks. That's the thing that's gonna help you make money the fastest. So you'll go do that. But you'll go through every single day and just find out where you are in the process based on where you are. And then you'll find the task that you need to do. Now, as you notice here, these tasks also have little links in them. They have links to the specific videos that will help you achieve these goals. And they also have links to places where you can go to get help to achieve these different tasks. Now, you're going to just start watching the videos inside the course, and I'm going to tell you to do these things naturally. But as you're going through and as you're continuing to make progress, keep an eye on the progress map, know where you are, and always know what your key task is. If you perform whatever your key task is every single day, you don't go watch some other random thing, go watch a YouTube video or go pet your dog, like anything that you're doing that's not this one key task from your process map. And don't really stress about where you are right now. Like you'll figure this out in a little bit. But sitting down and actively going through this and pouring your time into whatever your one key task is going to very quickly take you from the beginning to the end. You're going to go through the most efficient path. This is what I like to call this process map the shortcut. Don't go looking for other shortcuts. This is the shortcut. I've already removed all the bad, past all the things that don't work. And if you simply go through, finish your daily checklist every day, and the core most important thing being do the key task from the process map based on where you're at in your situation. You do that every single day with your time. That's how you're gonna start getting those fast wins, like all the ones I showed you in some of the previous videos, by simply performing the right things with as much of your available time as possible. Let's look at the last couple of items here on the daily checklist. They're very simple. Number 4, you need to train every day. I found that the stronger you get, the more push-ups you do throughout the day, the more you train, the better you feel, the stronger you are, and the more people respect you and the more money you make. So you don't have to do a 3-hour training session every day to check this off. If it's a rest day and you perform, some push-ups throughout the day or other little training things to improve your body, then by all means, count this as an achieved thing. But I find it very important for you to train every day. If you do so, it helps you win in the long term. And then the last thing is, at some point before you end your day, you should plan the next one. So before you go to sleep, say, okay, tomorrow, when am I going to do what I need to do? When am I going to watch the Power Up call? What is my key task from the process map? When am I going to do it? Where am I going to go and patrol the chat? Just kind of plan out a rough idea what you're going to do for the next day before you go to bed. At some point before you end your day. These are the 5 simple things. If you perform these 5 simple things every single day, follow the process map and perform the tasks that you find in there, you will succeed. It's impossible for you to fail. Use this thing. You'll avoid getting lost. This will help you make progress as quickly as possible. It is sort of a hack, a shortcut. It will help you avoid the mistakes, move forward, and win. And my friends, that's the basics of what you need to know. And now it's time for you to get started. Now it's time for you to dive into the lessons. It's time for you to start learning the basics of marketing. Very soon, you're going to have a new client. You're going to have a lot of work to do. I will see you guys inside of the chats. I'm inside the chats quite a bit. I'm running live calls. I look forward to seeing you all there. And you now have the hack. You have the shortcut. You know exactly what you need to do. You know what to expect with your journey. And now it's simply time for you to go out and do it. So, like I end most of my calls, let's go out. Let's get it. Let's conquer. I'll see you guys very soon.